I can't believe they're doing this to my own son!
Wait, Bobby? What in the blue blazes are you doing here?
Cause you haven't called me in 2 months, son!
Well, Mommy, you know I can't afford my phone bill.
You will pay for this travesty you have wrought. Prepare to be vanquished.
Oh, howdy there, folks. You're probably wondering how we wound up in this pickle.
Well, it was all thanks to a certain red guy who got his knickers in a twist.
All I did was state my opinion about a fictional character.
I'm gonna sock you right in the git.
Let's go back to where it all began, shall we? It all started when Ollie and I were preparing for our next review. Howdy, 6 people watching who got tired of watching soap operas on cable TV. I'm Boone,
And my name's Ollie.
and we'd like to tackle something a little more complex.
Come on, guys, let's go!
We're gonna review every Star Wars movie in the history of the world.
Enjoy!
Yeah, come on, guys. Give me an autograph. Can you sign me on my text? Hold it! Who are you guys?
I'm only your biggest fan of the world. I'm Nilly. I'm Lily. I'm Tilly. And that's Billy Bob.
I don't have a neck.
He's been crazy ever since he ate at that restaurant in South Asia. We'd like to make a request for My Little Pony the movie.
That girly pile of glittery rubbish? No way. Besides, we're already covering Star Wars.
Actually, that could work.
Sorry, what?
Ollie, this is our first fan request. Let's take advantage of this.
But Star Wars?
We'll do it another time, alright?
Fine.
Hey, thanks, Ollie.
Where's my neck? Those darn kids.
Let's review some ponies.
Pony outfit.
I have a question.
Go ahead, Jillian.
Okay, it's cute for my 6-year-old daughter. It's just plain creepy on a man. Do you have a girlfriend? Do you still live at home? What's your story?
In a basement?
That pretty much sums up everyone's reaction to figuring out that the majority of people who like this show were in fact grown adult men who call themselves bronies. Released back on the Hub Network in 2010, My Little Pony Friendship is Magic became an overnight success. Although it came as a shock to almost everybody that grown men liked this show, Hasbro didn't really care so long as they were making money and selling toys. So it was only a matter of time before this show got its own theatrical movie.
I mean, just look at this guy. Do you really think he'd miss the opportunity to see a My Little Pony movie? I don't think so.
And so, in 2017, My Little Pony the movie was unleashed onto the world. And with the newest My Little Pony movie being released on Netflix earlier this year, what better time to talk about this film, starting with the animation, which looks surprisingly fluid for a film based on a TV series animated in Flash. In fact, there are times when it kind of looks jarring when compared to the TV show. The movements are much more fluid, the eyes on the characters are much bigger and more glittery, and overall it just looks way more, well, movie-ish, because, well, it's a movie, not a TV show. I really don't think I should have to explain that. This film was animated using a kind of software called Toon Boom, and the results are fantastic. The world looks and feels huge and vibrant, and I almost feel like I'm in the movie myself.
But if there's one thing I had to critique, it would be the usage of CGI backgrounds, because sometimes the characters don't really blend in very well with their surroundings.
But otherwise, I'd say it's very good. The animation gets a 9 out of 10.
For this segment, I'd like to combine both the story and the songs. The film follows our protagonist, Twilight Sparkle, the Princess of Friendship. Ooh, lolly, this can't be serious.
Just keep going, Ollie.
Alright. Still stupid, though. Anyway, it follows Twilight Sparkle and her friends as they go on an epic journey outside of Equestria to save their home from an evil tyrant known as the Storm King? I'm sorry, I just can't.
Meanwhile, the Storm King has one of his hench ponies pursue Twilight and friends, and her name is Tempest. She hopes that in doing this, she will have her broken horn restored. The story is alright. There's some pretty cool and interesting moments, but overall it's pretty predictable, albeit a tad bit darker than the TV show.
And as for the musical numbers, well, let me ask you this question. Have you ever taken a cheese grater, snuck up behind a billy goat, and then rubbed it across its bum just to hear what it would have to say in response? If your answer was no, then clearly you haven't listened to these songs.
The story gets a 6 out of 10.
And the bloody songs get a 1 out of 10. Moving on.
Finally, we reach the characters. First, there's our main hero, Twilight Sparkle, who in typical fashion is very anxious and worrisome at the start. She's the type that likes to plan, and if things aren't absolutely perfect, she might go berserk. The other main characters aren't really all that fleshed out, only really showcasing one particular characteristic. Pinky is obnoxious, Applejack is honest, Rarity is snobby and likes fashion, Rainbow Dash is competitive, Spike is the assistant,
And Fluttershy is absolutely precious.
Most of the focus is on Twilight, so they don't really get to do as much. The villains include the Storm King, who despite being a villain, only gets about 4 minutes of screen time. The real villain, Tempest, is actually a pretty complex and interesting character, as well as a good threat. There's also a wide variety of side characters that I don't really care about, so overall the characters are alright. Not particularly great on the whole, but decent enough that I can root for them. The characters get a 6 out of 10. And you know, overall, that's the best way I can describe this movie. It's just alright. The story's alright, the characters are alright, and the only thing that really stands out is the animation. And even that's not entirely perfect. Not that I expect it to be. I will say, though, that Applejack is by far the best character in my opinion.
What did you just say?
I said Applejack's my favorite. What's the matter?
You're gonna fight me?
Alright, boys, I want a good, clean fight. Just getting Ollie whammer.
You're rooting against me?
Well, yeah, I already bet my life savings on him.
Did everyone bet on Ollie winning?
Yes, I would say so.
Rats.
It's almost time to start.
Ollie, you don't even like him. Why do you care so much?
Fluttershy is the best pony and her honor must be preserved. Plus I like these boxing gloves, they make me look tough.
Ollie, I don't even think you've ever seen...
3, 2, 1, fight! I'm gonna knock you right to the ground. Oh!
Ollie?
We lost all our money!
No!
We lost all our life savings! Now is the time for action! Get them at once!
What? That sounds like the adoring fans cheering me on. Thank you, mate. Oh!
And that's pretty much how we got you.
Boone, I'd just like to apologise.
For what, Ollie?
For you having the wrong opinion.
Seriously, Ollie?
Any last words, you heathens?
Untie me before I knock you right in the bloody kisser.
Very well then, prepare to be crushed in 3.
You know, I always imagined this would be the way I'd go out, but not this soon.
2,
I at least wanted to overthrow Canada's government first.
1.
How am I not shocked that you said those things?
Hold it!
E.
We have something to say.
Can you make it quick? I want revenge for losing all my life savings.
That's gonna wait. This is more important. Go ahead, tell him, Billy Bob.
You see, folks, sometimes in life people are going to have different opinions than you, but you shouldn't get upset. I should know, because one time I said that gasoline was a great drink, and an awesome substitute for Dr. Pepper. Of course, my mother didn't agree, but I drank it anyway, and I didn't let that affect me. Do you get it now? Oh yes, very inspiring speech. Billy Bob possesses wisdom beyond his years. I now see the error of my ways.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's untie them.
Wait, what?
You guys are free now.
And we're very thankful. Right, Ollie?
I guess.
Ollie, my baby.
Mommy, not in front of the guys.
What on earth?
Well, I'd say we all learned an important lesson today. And remember, kids,
Always.
You fools! There was no lesson learned. That was just a bunch of nonsense spouted by a child. I will not. No!
and remember, kids.
Always eat your sandwiches. See you next time.